let the games of Texas begin, and they have right here in the Coastal Bend, finally. Remember, Corpus Christi was supposed to host this event the last couple of years, but of course, as we all know, COVID came along and canceled everything. But now, for the next 3 days, more than 10,000 athletes will compete in 10 different sports across the city. And when it comes to revenue generated by the games, the Corpus Christi Sports Commission expects to bring in nearly $2 million. So the competition will no doubt be fierce, but how about the athletes? How can they endure these higher temperatures? We find Iran Hammy at Cabaniss Field for the first day of the track and field events. Iran, you played competitive team sports. Could you see yourself playing in these type of temperatures?
It's funny you mentioned that, Andy. I was talking to someone earlier this morning and said, I'm so glad I played high school soccer back in Ohio, because two-a-days here is not what I'm about. It is very hot out here. We've been out here all day. The athletes are in full swing now, and a lot of them are saying, thank goodness for this breeze today, because had the competition been in more inland cities, could be a nightmare.
Well, there's not really much to prepare for because it's the heat. You can't do much. Just drink water, stay in the shade. If you don't need to be in the sun, don't be in the sun.
The Summer Games of Texas are in Corpus Christi for the second and last year of their stint. Track and field is one of the first sports to kick things off. It's feeling hotter than usual out here, but it's something the Texas Amateur Athletic Federation always prepares for.
We have water stations in the heating tent. We have water stations at the finish line. They're escorted off into this area. As soon as the race is over, they'll have water available here.
Executive Director Mark Lord says teams can bring in a cooler full of water, and some coaches take extra precautions.
We got tents. We have ice chests. We got a lot of kids that bring pickles and fruits and all kinds of stuff to try to stay hydrated all day. Vitamin waters, try to stay off the juice. No sodas, no juice.
Could the extreme heat affect the athletes in competition? Lord doesn't seem to think so, because all these athletes qualified in hot temperatures.
It can and it cannot. Me, I've ran a bunch of meets in the heat before, so it's normal. The valley's hot.
The athletes, in a sense, are actually more prepared than the spectators. A lot of times, grandma that may be a little in the age, really shouldn't be here, but is, and we have to deal with that.
That is much needed. If you're coming out to the games in Texas this week, you are allowed to bring one individual bottle of water in here to stay hydrated. But remember to keep drinking that water. Don't wait until you're thirsty. Reporting live from Cabaniss Stadium, Iran Hammy, Action 10 News.